welcome to STM4PSD and some introduction to your labs as well. My name is Mitra and I will be your lecturer and tutor for this subject for this time. Now, how to study this subject this week? Each week you need to go through the online lectures. Now, I have recorded a lot of mini lectures for you, and because this subject used to be delivered in 12 weeks time and now it is in 6 weeks time, we have to put every 2 weeks of the material into 1 week. And I believe now instead of 4 subjects, you are only supposed to do 2 subjects, hopefully. So you have to go through the readings, application folders, part 1 and part 2 for each week. Then you show up in your computer labs to have an interactive session with me, and I try to record the labs and put them in LMS as well. So if you had any questions, it's very important that you come to the computer labs. Otherwise, the whole subject is self-explanatory and you can go through the subject in your own time. I don't mind, and it is all right to learn it online and then just be in touch with me whenever you need it. Now, the programming language we are using in this subject is R and R Studio, programming packages for statistical and mathematical functionality in STM4PSD. And please refer to the students resources tile in LMS when you get stuck in R. Now, help is available whenever you get stuck, that I'm sure there will be times that you are confused and you need help. Weeks will go very quickly because there are only 6 weeks. So I strongly advise you to use the help in Maths Hub. There are tutors there that they have already taught this subject before, and Darin is one of them, and Ravindi, Nishika, Christine. So you can get help from them as well in the Maths Hub. Now, you are going to have one writing assignment, and in order to get help for your writing assignment, you can always get help from Learning Hub in the library, and it has got its own Zoom links. And of course, I'm here to help you, but because I have got about 600 students, I might be a bit late in answering your questions. Now, this time we have got 2 assignments and 2 quizzes that you submit them all online, and they are in assessment tile in LMS. Assignment 1 is the calculation assignment, and it is covers the week 1 and week 2 material, and it is due in week 2. Then you have got quiz 1 and quiz 2, that they are calculations, but they are like multiple choice questions, and you submit them online. And then assignment 2, which is due in week 6, it's a writing skills assignment. So the final exam would be 3-hour exam in the exam period, and it takes 60% of the final mark, and these assessments, other assessments, will weigh 40% of the final mark, and make sure to submit all of them. And you are strongly encouraged to use Overleaf and write your assignments in LaTeX, but if you found it too time taxing and hard to catch up, Word documents will be fine too. Now, R is an open source programming language. It is a free software environment that has taken a leading role for programming in statistics and data science. R and its packages may be downloaded from this link, And please refer to our introductory and support material in the Students Resources tile in LMS for further information. And please refer to the mini videos in the lab sessions for some illustrations. RStudio is an integrated development environment IDE for R and provides a friendly graphic user interface that it becomes GUI for base R. We absolutely recommend using RStudio rather than base R. Note that you must install base R first in order to use RStudio. Okay, so RStudio is much more user-friendly and as compared with base R and can make your coding experience much more enjoyable. It has additional menu functionality, improved window layouts for various file types, and includes useful color coding and delimiter matching. So that is the link for the RStudio, and for an introduction to RStudio you can have a look at this video. To install these programs on your personal computer, please refer to our introductory and support material in the LMS tile. Okay, so for your lab 1, you are going to be introduced to R and RStudio. You should be able to enter the data directly to R console for immediate effect. And then recalling some inbuilt functions in R. For example, sqrt is a function, inbuilt function, and it means take the square root, and then in the bracket it is called argument, so square root of 16. Now you have to be able to open help file in R and then pay attention to description, usage, arguments, and examples. Now, how to assign values to named objects in R and creating vectors in R. These are all, you practice them in your lab 1. Then you will have to write a function in a new R script file. So in R, you will see that you have got 4 or sometimes 3, sometimes 4 sections. One part is the R console, and then you can open file and then you get the script file and write your programs in the script file. Now, representing sample space by data frames and extracting an element of a data frame by square bracket. So in R, if you have got a square bracket 1, 2, it means that you are extracting the element in the first row and second column. Then installing and loading new packages in R is another task that you have to do in your lab 1. Now, R is a high-level programming language used primarily for statistical computing and graphics. The goal of the R programming style guide is to make R code easier to read, share, and verify. And here in this link, you can have a look at the rules for how to do the R programming style. For example, if you want to have acceptable file names, they should be meaningful and end in .r. For identifiers, variable names, we put lowercase letters and words separated with dots. And function names have initial capital letters and no dots.